What's up, guys? This is Duel Radio, and we are with Ryan. Ryan's got an Edison deck to show us. What's the name of that?
So it's KristyaSworn. I think it's just really fun. I think Lightsworn's just fun just because it's like milling and kind of aggressive, and so I think also just like the fairies work well with it. I think Kristya's one of the best boss monsters of the format. So I'll just kind of get into it. So it's just the 3 Kristya and then 2 JD. I just think it's fun just to be able to drop these bombs. So I think that's part of the reason why I chose the deck. It's just fun that way. Kristya, I mean, I think also Kristya, why it's one of the best is because it's so hard once you like summon it for your opponent to like kind of get back into the game, where some other boss monsters may not have that, like Dad. Machina Fortress is pretty good because it's kind of hard to out that card. But yeah. And then for some of like the Lightsworns, some of the best ones just to start with are 3 Lila, 3 Raikou, he's the best boy, and then Hamster is just another Raikou because it can just like summon this face down in defense. So you just want to get like Raikou and Lila just kind of going through their back rows and just kind of clearing the way to be able to summon Kristya and JD. Lila, you can just like summon it, and then if you have Honest, that's a good way to protect Lila, and it just feels bad for your opponent to have to like set back row into Lila. And then the other Lightsworns that we play are obviously Illumina, and then Jane, Aaron, and Arcus. And these are just some of like one-ofs because you can summon these and then they just like mill at the end phase. Don't play Wolf because it's just kind of a brick and doesn't really help milling the cards. And we also play Shire because it's a unique name, more names for JD, and it's also a fairy, so that's nice. And then also Celestia because it's a fairy also for Kristya to get those 4 fairies in the graveyard. So it can be nice if you like flip Hamster and then go into a Raikou, and then on your turn flip Raikou, pop something, and then tribute for Celestia, and you just kind of picking at things. And then for like the fairies, we play 3 Soul Impurity Light. This is just a 2,000 body. You just kind of get more aggressive, and banishing 2 lights also helps kind of managing your graveyard because you have to manage the names and also how many fairies you have in the graveyard. This is also another fairy. And then you have Herald of Orange Lights. This is effect negation, can get more fairies into the graveyard, and it's really nice. And then also Honest, because obviously a lot of the monsters are light, so help protect by battle and protect Kristya. And it's nice to summon Kristya and add one of these 2 back. And then just like some other monsters, Card Trooper helps with milling, and then you can always mill a Plague Spreader to get into to some synchro plays. Then for spells, it's Charge a Light Brigade and 3 Solar Recharges. So it can be nice to add the Shire and then just like discard it off of Solar Recharge and just kind of get those names going. Gold Sark, so you can banish like JD or maybe Kristya, so then to add it later back. And play 2 Beckonings because you can just like discard your hand and then add back fairies or Kristya that you milled or a JD. So that's always fun to do. And then Call the Haunted just in case maybe like you mill your Kristya and you just call it stop plays and establish it. So then we'll just kind of get into just do the extra deck. Do Armory Arm. It can kind of help, sometimes can help OTK through Gores. Some 5s, we have Cataster, Magical Android, we have Tempest Magician. Brio is just great in Edison. You just discard cards and bounce things. Goyo is just another great 6, and then play 2 7s. There's this Ancient Sacred Wyvern and a Black Rose Dragon. 8s are what I usually find myself making, because Orange Light is a tuner, and then usually use like Soul Impurity Light, or sometimes you can make the 6s by using level 4s. So we have Stardust Dragon. We have this Parshnath because it's a light fairy, so that can be good for to get your fairies counts up. Thought Ruler, Colossal Fighter, Red Dragon Archfiend, Mistworm, and then we have the Chimera Tech for the we have that for the Cyber Dragons in the side deck. We have the Thunder King. It's just a good side card. It's also a light for, if you have Honest in your hand. And then we have this Concentrated Light for Black Wings, Cyber Dragon, and then I did not want to lose 2 Light Impersonating Mirror. So we got put 3 Breaker. I could maybe just play as 1. And then just like Skill Drain and whatnot, there's other back row is Heavy, Typhoon, Trunade, and Royal Decree. So that's the deck. It's really fun. It's just kind of my introduction into Edison, so I just kind of wanted to share it. So.
Well, thank you for sharing for me. And you played this at a recent Edison event. You went, 3-1 with it?
Yeah, 3-1.
What'd you end up losing to?
I ended up losing the last round to... it was X-Sabers. The first game I bricked because I opened up the 3 traps, the 2 Beckoning Lights and the Call of the Haunted and the Soul Impurity Light, something else. So this deck can be a little bit sacky. And then the second game I also lost because I just couldn't get I was able to establish a Thunder King, which it's pretty good against X-Sabers, but I just couldn't really establish anything else like a Kristya or anything. If I could have gotten a Kristya, it would have been nice, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that X-Saber kid went undefeated that night too, so he had something going on. But
yeah.
All right, well, for Duel Radio, I'm going to say thank you, and we're signing off.